So there you go, GPS reset 0000. Time for a ride. So we got over a foot of snow. Somewhere in here, there is a thermometer. Let's see, what does it say? 12 degrees Fahrenheit. Hey guys, got another snow ride in the Ural for you. Looks like we got about 14 inches of snow yesterday, and there's at least an inch of ice underneath all of the snow on the roads, so it's incredibly rough. It reminds me of riding on washboard gravel. You can see from the camera, the whole rig is just bouncing up and down. Very rough with all the ice. The Ural isn't good at very many things, but ice and snow and cold, that's what the Ural is designed for. That's when it's in its element. It works very well in these conditions. So I make sure to try to take the long scenic route to work. Rather than suffer on one of the main roads or even, God forbid, the interstate, I take the scenic route. Go past as many lakes as I can, through little neighborhoods, next to as many parks as possible. It's a lot more fun, and I know it's going to take me about 45 minutes to an hour to get to work, because I'm making it take 45 minutes to an hour. Rather than sitting there suffering, looking at brake lights and silly people sitting in the ditch. So I got a question about my riding suit. This is a Roadcrafter Light. My old riding suit didn't make it. On the trip up to Alaska, it started falling apart at the seams, so I needed to replace it. My wife, being as awesome as she is, ended up buying this suit for me. Here you go. Here's another guy getting confused on which way his car is supposed to go and deciding to park into a snowbank. I actually did have an Olympia riding suit for just a very short amount of time. It was claimed to be waterproof, and the second time I wore it, it actually rained. Not a hard rain, a light to medium, and I got completely soaked underneath it. So I brought it back to where I bought it and wanted a refund. They suggested I talk to Olympia, and I did. Ended up talking to the owner of the company, who was driving his car around while talking on the phone and telling me I was wrong and I didn't know what I was talking about, and no suit can be waterproof, etc., etc. Anyway, I ended up returning it and got my money back. Hey kids. This is exactly why I'm not taking the main roads. This is one of the main roads I'm crossing right here. Completely jam-packed with cars. Instead, I try to take as many scenic ways as I can, finding all the extra little lakes. This is Lake Como. Another quality parking job. I have no idea why this guy's just sitting in the middle of the road. He's standing on the sidewalk looking at his car. This little stretch, the road wasn't really plowed at all. I was trying to go up it in just one-wheel drive, which wasn't working. So I stopped, reached down, popped it in two-wheel drive, and then I was actually able to start making progress up this hill. Probably had about 4 or 5 inches of snow. The ice underneath the snow was really making all the roads difficult. So this is a very steep road that I like to try to go up in the winter and see how good the tires are. The ice was pretty impressive, so I made it about 2/3 distance, and then the tires just started to spin, the rig started to slide sideways, and then soon I was sliding backwards and ended up getting the sidecar wheel wedged into this snowbank here. And so I'm kind of dragging the bike with my left leg, trying to pull it out a little bit and get it going up, but it's not really working. The only thing left to do is to get off the bike and make sure it's in neutral and start grabbing the front wheel by the fender there and just kind of dragging the sidecar so it points downhill pulling it out of the snowbank, and then I was able to get back on and get back onto the road. So not wanting to admit complete defeat, I went around from another side and tried to get up the hill. And just as I get up to the top, this car comes flying out in front of me, up the same hill that I just couldn't get up. So sad.
14.1 miles.